name is Robert Reyes, and I graduated in 2010 with an associate bonus.
And tell me a little bit about your childhood growing up. From what I understand, you moved to this area at one point, correct?
Yeah, correct. So my family's from Chicago, Illinois. It's more city, really crowded. I'm the youngest of 6, and when I was 11, my family moved us out over here to Ohio. And it was a pretty big culture shock, as you can tell, compare and contrast the difference between city life and country life is a whole different pace.
And then tell me about eventually getting to Northwest State. What was the path like once you moved to the Northwest Ohio area?
Well, I mean, I think being with my father being from Guatemala and my mother being from Mexico, like the emphasis on education wasn't as strong. You know, they more prioritized around like spiritual things like church. I didn't know exactly what it was that I wanted to do, but I just didn't want my options to be limited. And I remember doing some different factory jobs after I graduated and thinking like, man, wouldn't it be nice to do something that you felt really passionate about?
And what was that experience like? You had told me before we started recording that you and your sister were the first two in the family to attain college degrees. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, my sister and we both actually ended up graduating in 2010 together, which was kind of really special for us. Just kind of like help develop the skills, the potential that was already there, but just hadn't kind of came about. So that was a really neat experience for my sister and I.
Did I hear correctly that you're also a veteran of the United States Armed Forces?
Yeah, that's something else that I actually had the opportunity to participate from a recruiter. It's funny, it was actually here at Northwest State where I was recruited, and it was a really cool opportunity because I had a chance to serve, but at the same time I remember my recruiter always asking me, like, do you want to do full active? But I was really particular about wanting to do the reserves because I felt that the probability of me doing the reserves would increase the likelihood of me completing my degree, as opposed to going 4 years full active, then coming after those 4 years with no opportunity to have more education.
So where are you now and what are you up to now?
I got my degree, a bachelor's of arts in psychology from Purdue University. I'm working for a company called Fort Wayne Autism Center, and I work with children with autism every day, working to figure out how to decrease problem behaviors, how to increase language, education, everything that kind of falls into my degree when it comes to psychology. I have the opportunity to help others and make a difference and continue even my education and trying to pursue a master's degree from Ball State University. I'm looking at applied behavioral analysis with a specialty in autism.
So if someone is watching this and they're saying that maybe college isn't for them, what kind of advice would you give them to let them know that maybe it is for them?
Don't immediately dismiss it, because maybe it is, but maybe it isn't. And if it isn't, then that's fine. At least you tried and you can rule that out. But if it is, and you miss the opportunity to find something that you're good at, something that you're passionate, that's what Northwest State can do for you. It opens your horizon. It opens up doors that you didn't know that existed. I didn't know that I wanted to study at Purdue University, but I did know that eventually I would. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to study. I just knew that I wanted to have the door open. And then once I had the door open, everything flowed perfectly. But to dismiss the opportunity at Northwest State would be a heartbreak, especially if there's something out there for you that you're good at, that you can do, and that you could find to do at Northwest State. It could be the beginning of something that would forever change your life. That's the truth.